Design. I'm here back today with my 2014 Project Life album and continuing the documentation of our house construction. And so today I'm working in week 22, and this is going to be split apart in two layouts again. And I decided to pull out my Ali Edwards storytelling kit. And this kit came as a optional purchase with the Project Life class a couple of months ago, which I highly recommend. And I was just checking in her shop that the digital storytelling kit is still available, so you can still get the journaling cards and the brushes if you're interested. And so I'm just sort of going through the products that were included in the kit and sort of getting a feel for what I'm wanting to use on my layout, and then selecting my journaling cards. And so I highly recommend this kit. And I highly recommend the Project Life class that Ali taught. I know she's going to re-release it, I think, in the beginning of the new year in 2017. And I also have read that if you want to take the class before then, just to contact Katie Yeager, and they will hook you up with that. So I highly recommend that. I've had this kit and haven't done much with it, I admit. So I decided it was time. And I don't know about you guys, but I do keep a running list of some products that I've had, that I've been holding on to, that I pull out when I'm getting ready to plan my layouts. I pull this list out and I say, okay, what's on that list that I haven't used yet? And then that's how I try to get myself to be accountable for using these products that I'm ordering. So I'm just working across this layout, selecting my journaling cards and figuring out how I want to tell the stories for this part of the week. And so I have two 4x6 places, and I went ahead and decided to change that one out and move that photo up top. And I chose that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday card because it had all the colors in it to sort of bring all the colors together. And of course, I couldn't not use that wavy line card. I love that card. That was my favorite. So that was an instant design decision. For the 3x4 cards, I really just picked out the ones I liked. And this is always a good strategy, right? To pick out the ones that you like. I don't really have any rhyme or reason why I chose the ones I did. I do really like those stars on that coral background, and then the darker coral chevron is really fascinating. And so there's a contrast between the chevrons in that coral card and in that yellow card, and there's a contrast between that and the wavy lines on the blue 4x6 card. So I don't know if it works or not. It's just what I liked. So I'm a strong believer in just using the cards that you like. Use the papers you like. Use the embellishments you like. And I really liked these wooden banners and little word strips. These are really cool little pieces. So I'm going to use those across the page several times. And then there were also some chipboard frames. That hello is a chipboard frame, and then these little cardstock shapes. So I'm going to incorporate a couple of those. So you'll just see me fiddling around a little bit trying to work it out. Yeah. So what's going on in the construction this week is that the drywall, the gypsum wallboard, I'm sorry, there's construction outside. The gypsum wallboard was delivered. They finished installing the insulation and they were getting ready, and they did complete the installation of the drywall. So this is another pretty big significant week in terms of construction, and what was personally exciting for me. So I had some photographs of the wallboard all stacked up and waiting, and the other photo on the left-hand side is where Alan and I carved our initials into the stud in the master bedroom. You can't really make it out on camera, I know, but it's there, and so that was kind of a big moment for us. So here I'm going to use my paisley press circle again for the dates, and this has probably been the longest May ever. Lots of days in May in this album, and that's okay. So there we go. Those were also Ali Edwards numbers. I forget, they came with one of the story kits, and I forget which one. And then I'm just going to work with this wavy card. So to break up the waves a little bit, I decided to flip this tag upside down and create a space for the journaling, or not the journaling. This is my week card. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I decided, because I was out of alphabets on those Simple Stories cards, I run out of W's, K's, and E's. Anybody else feel that way? All right. So I picked up this Carrie Bradford. No. This isn't Carrie Bradford. I'm sorry. This is One Little Bird, her 2016 stamp set. And I love this. I love this stamp set. There's 3 different ways to stamp 2016, and there's the week number and then the numbers, and I love it. So you'll see me use that a lot in the next few weeks and months. So I just decided to stamp that onto that tag upside down. And then I'm also stamping the date again, just to make sure that, that's easy to reference. And then I want to add another one of those banners. So I'm going to just adhere that. Of course, my Glossy Accents is never unclogged. So there we go. I'm going to fix that real quick and then let that dry. This kit also had these awesome stars. I'm not sure if there were supposed to be 2 chipboard star sets, but either way, I love them, and I'm glad they're in there, and so I'm going to use some of those up on this layout. They go great with those wavy lines. So I just added 2 of those, and then a little bit of journaling about how they're ready to install the drywall, and we're just ready for them to do it and ready for them to get it done and over with. And then that wasn't dry all the way, and so I knocked it off the card and had to fix it. Alright, so I decided to go grab a brad and put it in there with a brad. That's the only one I did that way, and it turned out really nice, but I get frustrated with brads. I get frustrated with trying to poke the paper and the bulk of them. So I love this little card. I think this might be my second favorite after the wavy lines. And so I just added one of the banners and 2 of the stars to it. And then I'm going to let that dry. I just set it off to the side. And then this circle repeats the crossing yellows that are on the other side of the page. So that's one of the reasons I chose that circle to go on this card. And I'm going to just stamp this photo story on there. And I know I'm stamping on the album itself, and that never makes a clear image. So there you go. And I'm adding another star, and then I'm done with that card. Excuse me. For this one, I'm just going to stamp a simple Hello Real Life onto that, and also those little arrows pointing in towards the Hello Real Life. I'm going to write a little bit more journaling here about carving our initials into the wood stud. That was fun. I know a lot of people do some little traditions this way when they're building. So that's what we did. It wasn't much. We didn't want to get in trouble or anything with the builder. So that's done, and I'm just going to put these into their pockets. Okay, and then, see, I can't remember what I'm going to go on to do here. I guess a little wooden flag, okay. Hey, it's a surprise to me too. And then I had the other half of that yellow circle, so I'm going to stamp again. And I am really sorry, those trucks are driving me crazy today. And then I wanted to do a chipboard frame around our initials that are in that stud. I'm not sure if what I did really worked here, but it is what it is. I turned that chipboard frame on its side, and I also used that little green ticket stud kind of thing on its side. So everything is on its side. I don't know if that works or not, but that's what it is. That's what I did. And that's all right. All right. I'm going to move to the other side now, and the other side is all about having the drywall installed and what our rooms actually looked like. So, every day we're getting another look at how it's going to be finished. And we were particularly invested in this portion of the project because we were getting ready ourselves to do the sanding and the puttying and the prepping and the painting. So, we were anxious to have them get this portion of the project done so that we could get in there and get started on our part of it. And I really liked that our contractor, because we were involved in that extent, our contractor kept us more informed and more involved than probably most homeowners. So I really liked that, being informed and being able to track the construction the way that we did. But anyway, so there's some good pictures here again of this process and of them having the drywall installed and what these rooms are starting to come together to look like. There were some very specific things that we needed our home to do as a blended family. We needed open spaces where we could keep an eye on everybody and help make sure that things were running smoothly and that things were fair as possible for everybody. So we, chose a floor plan that had a really open layout, really bright, big windows. That was really important to me, to have really bright, open spaces and to feel like we had space to move around in. And there's my cat. Say hello. His name is Nico, and he's loud and he's vocal. So these are some things that were really important to us. And, at this point in the construction process, we're realizing that we did choose a successful floor plan, and that we were really happy with how these spaces were turning out. Now, the top photo that you see, looking out the front door, that's my studio right there. Yay! So that was definitely a big moment for me, and that's where I'm actually right now working, and it looks completely different, but it's still a mess. It's just not a mess with drywall anymore. We just won't talk about that. So, this is Adventures in Punching with Theresa. Where I'm just trying to get this little heart punched the way I want it, and it's not cooperating. There we go. I just wanted it to be a little circle. There. And, so that's resolved, and then I'm going to add a little stamped sentiment on the bottom, about the story. I really like the stamp set and the little elements that are included with it. It's really awesome. Alright, and then I have like one last little picture in the back here, or not in the back, but on the far right hand side of our staircase. And that's also that closet is where I store my scrapbooking albums. So this little spot is actually, kind of important here. So I just stamped a sentiment onto that chipboard frame and included that. And then I'm going to just add a simple banner here to this photo. This is our living room, looking into our fireplace and our big giant window on the right hand side. This is looking from the dining room into the living room. And this is our view most nights, right? Where we are in the kitchen, where we look out over our living room and we're able to see everything that's going on. And so this is this is an important space here. So I'm just writing a little bit of journaling about that on this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday card. And this layout is just about done here. I'm going to wrap up. I guess I'm looking to add a couple more of these little stars. That was Wednesday in the week. And then I added a couple across the bottom. And just a simple way to use these little stars. Alright, so that's today's layout. Thanks you guys for watching. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe. And then I'll be back next week to finish up week 22. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye, you guys.